hotu tokano. Yawi hotu, yawe me mane.
You know? Hi everybody, actually. I just, listen to this song a little bit more.
You know I like the boomba.
What?
We keep it real. Like, you can do what you want. Within the confines of broadcasting, you can do what you want. You're not breaking any laws and everything, but you can keep it real.
Yeah.
It's nice that. So, it's New Music Friday.
Yeah.
This song was new last week.
Last week, yeah.
And of course, if you're just listening, it's
Let me just increase a little bit for people.
You know?
Can anybody guess what song it is? Who watching us?
So, of course, it's searching. You're searching. Two-Faced DBI. It's a remix of another classic by another legend, the great Bongos Ikwe. He made music that we grew up to and we loved. Gets to meet with this legend.
These people, yeah, like
and
it's becoming his thing. Like it's actually becoming his thing now. And I was still asking you a few days ago, like, okay, this Two Faces part, like, is it part of the song? Like, I'm like, no, I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful thing. I think that he's doing something beautiful. It's becoming his signature, and he's doing justice to it. He's doing amazing work with it. So on that note, we bid you a warm welcome to the Boom Bar. For everybody listening, to everybody watching us, this is the Boom Bar on your Boom Radio NG. This is where we bring you gist about entertainment, sports, politics, what else? Gist, COVID-19, gossip, music, entertainment, everything, and we say everything else in between. Yeah, it's a bit and bits or pieces of everything. And even though we actually plan out these shows go, a lot of times we plan it somewhere
and we let it just
and it just flows. It literally just flows every single time. And at times I'm sure that a lot of people are like, okay, these people actually, at times it's just really, we just let the juices flow as it goes. So we hope that it flows.
Creative juices.
We just hope that it flows as usual today again, and we hope to bring you a wonderful edition, so much so that it will take you through the weekend.
Hopefully.
All
right. Of course, like the Lupo said, that's what we do. So there's no need to belabor it or to stress it. There's so much to talk about, and we've got fixtures of games from the top 5 leagues in Europe. We've got
talking about football. There was Europa yesterday,
and the lesser one too.
Which some people didn't even play at all.
Exactly.
Let me just
So we've got that, and there's New Music Friday, like we mentioned, and again we have a program on Boom Radio which is anchored by our brother Deolu. Amazing show. You should check it out. 5 p.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And it's always about Niger music, new music Niger, he calls it. And of course, that's what it is. So today, a couple of songs
It is what it is.
A couple of songs are dropped. But before we talk that, football is top of the list now.
Oh yeah, Europa was a little bit Europa yesterday. Like for example, Leicester Napoli.
Yeah, they thought they were going to run away, with a 2-0 victory.
Yeah,
2-1,
it was
but 2-2 it ended. The beast came to the party.
Quite
yesterday.
some goals.
The beast came to the party, and in the image and form of a guy called Victor Dinu. Victor Dino Osimhenio.
Yeah, he definitely.
He's Brazilian.
He did. Wow.
Oh yeah, he's Brazilian.
Wow, didn't know that.
Nigerians claim him. They say his name is Victor Osimhen, but his real name is Victor Dino Osimhenio. That guy can ball.
No, they're beautiful, and when they literally just play, I won't say ordinary, but not as fantastic. And it happens a lot with a lot of players where they're in their clubs and they're like more than fantastic, yeah. And they get in today and they get back to the countries and you're wondering like what's happening.
But a lot of things come to bear. I'm not ever going to hold it against someone like Osimhen because you know that he's one of those players that once they get on the pitch, they give everything. They leave the pitch empty like, oh look, he's going to put out 150% or 180% out there. And he did it again for his club against two Nigerians. In fact, one of them, sadly, indeed he got sent off. He got a red. I'm not sure he deserved it, but hey, what do I know?
It is what it is. Really, Europa was wonderful. Let me just say wonderful yesterday. We don't know how. There wasn't a lot of there wasn't a lot of goals, but it was quite interesting. But I think that really, let's talk about fixtures. Starting from today's fixtures, we know that the Premier League is back.
Yeah, and of course Newcastle versus
and there's
Leeds
Newcastle and Leeds
in the Premier League.
Today.
Leeds have not had a good start to the season. They've lost to two of the biggest English teams, Man United and Liverpool.
You can't blame it.
They play good football.
Yeah, no, you can't take away from them. The truth is that starting your team, starting the league with those people is not very wonderful. But the good part also is that those games are off. You play them once and for all. So that way you know where you stand. I think that's just my opinion. I prefer when people get to play their tougher games first. So let's know where you stand. Let's know what you're looking towards. Let's know what we're working towards now. And that's it. You never can say.
Yeah. But something you can say definitely are the other games that are being played today. In the Bundesliga at about 7:30, it's Hertha Berlin versus Greuther Fürth. In the Serie A, it's Sassuolo playing host to Torino. In the La Liga, it's Celta de Vigo versus Cadiz. And of course, in Ligue 1, Strasbourg will battle Metz. These are the games that are going to be played tonight.
And tomorrow. There's a lot of games actually that's going to play tomorrow. You know that most of the time, Saturday is really the football day.
Oh yeah.
Saturday is football day where Wolves is going to play with Brentford. Please, I have a question though. Has Brentford beat anybody else?
I don't know. I've not really followed any of their games, so I can't answer that.
I will
in
check.
the affirmative.
Because it should not be like as if. I would not even say fixtures and results. I will not. Okay, so.
Apart from beating Arsenal 2-0.
Apart from beating Arsenal 2-0. No. But it doesn't look like they're playing bad football, actually.
But they lost to Brighton 1-0.
They lost to Brighton. But they actually drew with Aston Villa.
So they're not a bad team.
They drew with Crystal Palace.
Yeah. So they're not a bad team.
I don't think that
in the EFL Cup they also defeated
Forest Green 3-0. They actually beat
3-1.
Valencia 3-1. Sorry, they actually beat Valencia 2-1.
Yeah.
So maybe it might not be a team to really look down on.
How many of their players can you mention? None.
At the end of the day, it's not. We now know it's really not about the names of the players. What if they actually really do play good football?
Are we really trying to do this now? Are we really
This is how Leicester won the Premier League. Okay. This is how Leicester won the Premier League. Okay. You push it up. So I'm not saying that they're going to be Premier League. I'm not saying.
Are you doing this because they beat Arsenal? Is this why you're doing this? Are you like basically trying to look for excuses for?
I'm not looking. Oh no, you know how I feel. You know how I feel.
So why are you?
I'm just saying. No.
Brentford?
I'm just saying. Like it just occurred to me, yeah. And I'm just saying
not being a bad
that
team.
if you if this is how people slept, because I felt that everybody else slept, and by the time they were, what's it called? They had woken up from their slumber. It was too late for everybody else.
I don't like doing what I'm about to do.
I'm not saying that Brentford will win.
It's not going to happen.
No. Do I think that they will win the Premier League? Nah. Do I think they have what it takes to win the Premier League? No. But what I mean is that they shouldn't be overlooked so much that you think that these people might get relegated again. They probably won't.
The Premier League is going to be won by Chelsea, in that order, as in more or less, if it's not Chelsea, it's Man City.
I think it's either Man City or Chelsea as well.
You get. And if it's not Man City, it's Liverpool. Then
this season, I'm not even sure Liverpool has what it takes.
Then maybe Man United. Maybe. But I'll put my money on Chelsea first. Put my money on Man City next. Then maybe
I think I'm even going to pick a Man City over Chelsea. But we never know. But the way Chelsea is going with their fire, we'll see. Like, they're playing tomorrow, yeah? Let's see what they're playing. They're definitely playing with Tottenham tomorrow.
That's going to be a cracker.
I think is the game to
I see
look forward to tomorrow.
I see, looking into my crystal ball, I see the Romelu Lukaku show again. I think Lukaku is going to score. I don't know what the final score
will be, but are there very high chances that Lukaku
is primed to score? It's a new kind of animal now that I've...
Yeah, sorry, it's on Sunday. It's Sunday that they're supposed to be playing. Tomorrow, Man City is supposed to be playing, I think, with Crystal Palace.
City will win that one.
Yeah, but... See, these days, it's very hard to... what's it called? I don't envy people that gamble these days or people that bet. Because these people can shame you.
All right.
These people can actually shame you. So, really need to be careful. Burnley is playing with Arsenal. On a normal day, I would say that Arsenal will win.
Arsenal have turned the corner.
Amen.
Arsenal have turned the corner.
Amen. Oh, amen to that.
The last game ended 1-0. It was a good sign. Arsenal had shots on target. They controlled the game largely. They actually did have a good game. Could have been better. So that means you see that now they're on the up and up. Like,
we'll see.
The fixture was not very favorable. Not making excuses for the Arsenal, but I'm just saying.
I'm not even saying that. Like, take for like Man City or what's it called, or Chelsea. Yeah? I'm not saying they could have won those games. But at least don't let it be like 5-0 or like 5-1 or whatever ridiculousness that you put
it's football. These things happen in football. So go check it out. You will be getting a lot of sports tomorrow on your Boom Radio. At 10 a.m. there will be the Syria show with Bayo Salawu. At 12 noon it will be Biola Upiwale and the entire football guys in the Football Guys show. On the Football Guys show, 1 hour of amazing football analysis like never before.
Yeah, you definitely would enjoy a lot of that.
If you listen to any of these two shows tomorrow and you don't like it, call me. I'll clap for you.
Wow.
What do you think? I'll return your data or I'll return you.
Anyway, so let's move from that and stop at music, yeah? We know that...
Before we go to music,
all right.
Sadly, we missed a few messages yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk about that. We actually did. It was really
suggesting that we just breeze through. I have them here.
Do you have them? Okay.
I have the messages here, and it's from Charles Okonlawon, and he said, "Dolupo dear, eligibility."
Oh, he called me dear.
Yeah. So everyone says eligibility doesn't preclude due process. However, if she was adjudged the best of the 3 shortlisted finalists,
okay, yeah,
then so be it.
I remember this conversation yesterday. We're talking about the new vice chancellor,
incoming vice chancellor.
I actually did a little bit of research on her last day when we left. This person had been a professor for a number of years now. She's been a deputy vice chancellor for a number of years. She has been the acting VC for a number of years. So she actually sounds like someone that is qualified for the job. am I saying that maybe it was picked or not? Maybe she was picked over, maybe because of political reasons, whatever. That nobody can really say. What I'm saying is that political reasons or not, because let's be honest, even in saner climes, these things also come into play. Yeah. The truth is, what I always keep saying at the end of the day is that political reasons or not, at least let it be somebody that can deliver. That's it for me.
Yeah, because what we're trying to separate is the rampant cases of nepotism. It's not because someone is trying to do someone a favor or someone is related to someone.
Yeah.
Not quid pro quo or nepotism. So in essence, what we're saying is that, again, I repeat, is it a crime for you to be qualified for a position, but because
of your spouse is this or your spouse
the
is
same
that
government,
exactly,
then you get passed over? I don't think it's fair, and which is captured perfectly, here by Charles Okolawon, my very respected Ebon, who says that eligibility doesn't preclude due process. However, if she was adjudged the best of the shortlisted 3 finalists, then so be it. Then there's another one. This had to do with the Nicki Minaj being invited to the White House. Comments about impotency. She tweeted about how someone got the vaccine and became impotent, and his wife to be left him, right? So it says it's sad majority of black folks in the South are stuck on the Tuskegee syndrome. Nicki Minaj is a misguided opportunist, missing a great opportunity to leverage her stardom and affluence for black empowerment. Folks are dying in the South. She's likely to suffer a backlash sooner or later. I think she actually got a lot of knocks for our stance on the.
I think that a lot of things that
story about impotence.
We know that the truth is that there's something that we need to deal with, and it's something that we always keep saying, even right here on Boom Radio, that your popularity should be used in a very positive way.
Yeah.
When it comes to things like vaccines, which we're not saying, or I personally, I'm not saying that there aren't side effects. Like, I actually read a story where a guy actually said his mom, her legs got amputated because she had a bad reaction to the vaccine. Oh, is it possible? It's not been there yet, but is it possible? Anybody can react to anything. I would prefer that if you don't have any positive thing to say, or you don't have hard facts to say about some things, it's better you just keep quiet on some, because COVID is a very touchy matter.
It is very serious.
It's a very touchy matter, and one needs to be very, very, very careful about it. And because like we talked about this, where states and countries are really planning on making sure that people have vaccines. We saw how Edo State is still an ongoing exercise. I still follow it as of yesterday. It's an ongoing exercise where they're not allowing people into government buildings or government establishments.
Same as France.
Same as France. How France, as of yesterday, France had they had suspended about 3,000 health workers. With France, they're claiming that if you're a health worker and you want to work, you have to get the vaccine. Now, as of today, plans is going on for vaccine passports in Wales. They're saying that you need a COVID pass to enter nightclubs, to enter events from next month. This was the Welsh's first minister that had announced this. Now, Italy has also made a green pass mandatory for all workers.
Oh, workers. Oh my God.
Yes, and they are making it as compulsory as if you do not have this, you're going to pay up to a fine of about 1,500 euros if you do not have this.
That's a lot of money. So why don't you just get vaccinated? That's me coercing you, trust me. Reason why I believe in the vaccine, and I'm not going to load it over anybody, but I actually feel that it's a thing that has helped us, and again, like we said yesterday, I know I speak for most of us here at Boom Radio, if the opportunity for a third shot comes. I'm hearing about talks of a booster shot.
Oh yeah, so
If
they're
that
talking about in the
happens,
UK now.
we're in. It's just. But apart from vaccination, please let's move away from. I don't know why after over a year, almost a year and a half, we're still talking about if COVID is real or not. It is real. 7 deaths
let me give you
in Nigeria in
a
recent
very typical example of someone that did not think it was real. Okay, I will mention names, but I'm sure you have an idea if I say. So about last year, I had a meeting with someone, and I was at this. It was a very public place, and I was like, the person was like, "Why do I have my mask on? That am I running away from them?" And I'm like, "There's COVID," and this person said, "No, there's no COVID, John." And immediately, I carried my chair, moved it to another. I'm like, "Are you running away from me?" Nope. I just don't move close to people that do not believe that there's COVID. Exactly. Yeah, that's last year. Fast forward to last month. Guess who has COVID? And he's saying, "Please wear your mask."
The same person is asking.
Yes, like literally saw a message. "Please wear your mask a lot. COVID is real." I'm like, oh my God. What do we call this?
No, I'm not going to say it.
What do we call this?
It's just funny how it's until something now affects you before you.
And you know the scary part is that thank God you got better. What if you didn't? That's it. Like, okay, let's even assume. I remember having a conversation with someone
Thank
and
God
I was like,
the person got better.
Yeah.
What if it didn't?
what if it didn't? Calm down now.
No, you say you, so I'm trying to redirect it. That is not you or me or we.
Okay. So I was having a discussion with someone and I was like, okay, let's even assume something that I have noticed for over a year now. I'm someone that is very, very prone to cold. I'm always like, there's always like a month or two can't go by without having a runny nose and all that. But with the advent of COVID and wearing masks, I'm sure you and everybody in this office can say that I'm not sure I've had a cold in forever.
Yeah.
So if the mask is even helping me from dust and all those things, it's a welcome idea for me.
So
Let's even navigate.
It's gonna become a permanent feature for you.
Let's assume there's no COVID. It's doing something good for me.
You'll be buying it from your own.
It's doing something good for me. So you know what? Bring it on. I'm good.
Okay. This is a beautiful way to make you see that apart from trying to not get caught with the bug, that you can actually also benefit from social distancing.
Yeah.
Constantly washing your hands, and again avoiding the places that they call places where there's a lot of mass gathering. Some parties are actually, party organizers are becoming very good at this thing now. They know how to space out tables and chairs, make sure that all the service people have their faces covered, and all of that and all of that and all of that. So basically what we're saying in essence is that at the end of the day, the person that you're saving is you, because you don't know, some people don't even know what they have in their system. And if
you don't know the underlying factor
if
that
COVID
you have.
brings it out,
exactly.
It's not usually very funny. So that's why we talked about all of these things, and there's still so much to discuss.
Before we leave
the doctors' strike.
We're talking about it. The industrial court has asked the doctors to resume with immediate effect, pending the time that the court case would be determined. So now, the fact that they're in court and they took the matter to court, and you cannot, you can even be back and forth if you didn't take a matter to court. But the minute it got to court, and the court has a judgment, there's really nothing anybody can do about it again. So they've been asked to go back to work immediately. And still talking a little bit about health, Ogun State seems to be a little bit proactive with cholera. There's been, as much as there's not been as much deaths as recorded in a lot of states, maybe up north and all that, they have decided to fumigate and clean up areas that there have been outbreak of cholera. We know that there've been a lot of reports about that. A few days ago, Niger State Health Commission had come out that over 100 people have died from cholera. I think that COVID is already killing people as much. There was the COVID numbers that came out yesterday, about 7 people dead. There are also about 601 new COVID cases. I don't think that we should add cholera to our problems, especially when cholera is something that how it is transmitted is very peculiar. I do not think it is something that anybody should get. If we're clean, I don't think that is something that anybody should have a problem with, but it is what it is. What are you doing?
I was trying to help the people who don't.
No, trust me, I'm sure they're good.
Who speak English, So a whole lot of stuff is happening, and again, the Commissioner of Health in Ondo State is also asking the people of Ondo to be careful, begging them to please, stay safe, make sure that you just keep your environment clean and avoid dirty water and all of that. And you'll be good, So guys, please, let's protect ourselves. Life is too short.
And there's a bit of story that I want to go to.
Very important. I'm glad you're going there.
But there's one that just popped up, and I've been seeing talks about it all day. We know that in the parallel market, because it's funny how the naira keeps dropping in the parallel market. We've said it times down about why we have a parallel market in the first place. Now, the governor of CBN, as of today, has said that the owner of Aboki FX is an illegal forex trader.
Olusegun Adedotu Oniwinde.
And he will
That's
be
his name.
Prosecuted for endangering the Nigerian economy.
But the thing is, he's not based in Nigeria. He lives in England. So how do they want to do it?
Shut down his website.
Maybe geo-block.
It.
But with VPN, Nigerians will still access it. But when you do that now, it will be at your own risk or whatever. I am actually shocked that this is happening, to be honest with you, because Aboki FX is a website that a lot of us will go to just to check.
But the truth is, when you look at it now, they have banned the broadcast, meaning that those things, because even from the onset, were they even really legal? Some of them were, a lot of them were not.
Yeah.
And we know that for a fact that they're actually doing more harm than good to the Nigerian currency. Let's be honest with ourselves.
A lot of people will definitely always thrive where there's a problem and there's a solution. And some of those problems are created and not something that should be happening, but some of them are just manufactured problems.
Yeah, earlier today, it has been said that there was news that the EFCC was actually investigating the Aboki FX.
Yes, and I've been trying to look up Olusegun Adedotu. I'm just surprised. It's even said that he's actually a chartered accountant and all of that. Straight up guy. Working out of the UK and all of that. I would like to hear his own side of the story, though. The CBN are right to say whatever it is they say because it's their mandate to protect the economy of
the
Nigeria
currency
and all of that. But it will be right to hear both sides of the story. Then we can decide.
And finally, not
Why
finally.
you finally?
I wanted to say finally before we go
Barely
to
30
our
minutes in.
gist of the day, because there's gist of the day. People should.
Well, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't like it when you do this thing. You always make it look like. Why are you like this?
I would like to find out.
That
Let me put this out there before we get to gist of the day. Please, has Rapture got into your side? I would like to know. Very important.
Everybody has been.
Let's ruminate on that. Ruminate on this before we get to.
Everybody has been raptured. Everybody.
So, they won't answer us, Abby.
They can't hear us.
Just ruminate on that
They
before.
can't hear us.
You'll get to where I'm going. Don't worry. Soon enough. You understand where I'm going very, very, very soon. And also, now, before we get to where I was saying, Oyo State High Court today has declared that the raid conducted by the Department of State Services on the residence of the Yoruba Nation guy, Sunday Adeyemo, known as Sunday Igboho, is illegal. And he has asked the DSS to pay 20 billion naira as exemplary and aggravated damages to Sunday Igboho.
That's an interesting court
Very.
decision from an Oyo State High Court. This is, of course, whatever happened in Oyo State is domiciled in Ibadan. So Ibadan is a part of Oyo State. He's gotten that judgment, and the way I see this thing playing out, though, is that the DSS will appeal
this
that judgment.
I think so too.
And I see them taking it to the highest level. Like, this case is not something that it's not going to be open and short.
I think that
It's not gonna be like,
if people are
state,
jubilating now, you should really like calm down on the jubilations. Not saying that it's a bad thing to jubilate, but hold your breath. We know that cases like this, a lot of cases get to the Supreme Court. So until it gets to the Supreme Court, you have the final judgment. I don't think that people should jubilate yet. It's because it's not just even about the DSS now. It's actually more about the federal government. So one needs to be like really, really careful on that matter. Yeah. And before we go to
the DSS have representation in that court? Is there any mention?
I can't say no. There wasn't.
But since we're in court matters, do we discuss the other court matter?
Which one?
The doctors.
Oh, we already did.
But you didn't. I thought you were gonna go.
You have something else to say about it?
You don't like doctors, do you?
I was just wondering. Do you have something else to say about it?
I did, but I don't.
Oh, please go ahead.
Let's go.
No, please go ahead.
Let's move on.
And
you know when you're like this, I know you're leading up to something bad. So.
I'm not leading up to anything bad. I just wanted, like, if there was something else you wanted to say about it. Now, music. This whole week, there's a lot of music that has come out. For a fact, Thames, we talked about it a few days ago. If Orange Was a Place, she released our EP. If Orange Was a Place. Oladapo also released new music this week. Basket Mouth and Buju. Buju to your ears. Buju also released a song with Falz today. Even though I've been trying to look for it, I can't find it anywhere. I don't know why.
It's not. I couldn't get it.
I've been looking for it everywhere. I can't totally talk about it. Then there is John Bellion.
Yeah.
Have you heard that song as well?
Is he not the guy that tries to sing like Johnny Drill?
No, it's the guy that Johnny Drill tries to sing. Let's slow our roll. I beg. People should slow your roll. Just slow your roll a little bit. I get it that you people like to touch in Nigeria, but so you people should slow your roll a little bit.
It's not your fault. It will be a nice song to listen. I've not heard any of them, but the ones that I've listened to Thames's EP. You know, the If Orange Was a Place. Even the title of the EP gets me. Like, I'm like, oh, I like that. You get. So I listened to. She has a collaboration with someone that I actually didn't know. I'm not ashamed to say, but the 3 or 4 songs on that EP, they're classic Thames. Like, yeah, this is the Thames that we all know and like. Now, Amari, I hope I got her name right.
I think it's Amare.
Amare, right? I love that girl. Like, seriously do love her. You know, she features on Tiwa's new album.
Yeah, she is on Tiwa's album.
Yeah,
together. Beautiful song.
She featured on Black Bones' album too. There's a song with Buju and Amari and Black Bones, yeah? Now, she has a song sad girls like money or something funny like that. You get.
Mm-hmm.
And what she's now done is that there's a remix with this Kali's Uchis or something. This I think she's Latino or something, or Latinx, or I don't know how they call
What
it.
they call it these days.
You know? But she's another amazing singer. I love the energy that she brings to songs. With a lady called Molly Music, or Molly Music, produced by a guy called Yinka Bernie or something. And I actually went to look up the guy, you know, and this also was part of a band in the UK. So one song leads to another. And I'm just looking at this generation of musicians and I'm saying to myself, the future is beautiful.
It is. It is.
That music, if you like the noisy kind of thing, you can get it. And if you like the laid back mid-tempo kind of thing, but if you like the music, the one that, you know, has to do with chords and strings and the percussions and everything, it's happening. Really good music out there, and we're loving it. We're really, really loving it. We're listening to people with unique voices like Thames and Buju and Oxlade, you know. And Nigerian music to the world is just
Nigerian music. There's really nothing.
You know, I saw snippets of an interview that Davido granted one magazine in America, and at some point, look, he actually did mention, you know, from Fela's music down to Burna Boy, Wizkid himself. And I say, okay, all you people that like playing this Davido versus Wizkid game, can you hear him?
Have you like just calm
giving
down?
props to these other guys too, and all of that. And you must give him props. He's also on another Tion Wade or something. There's a new song that is featured in, you know.
To be honest, these days you can hardly keep up with music now. You really can hardly keep up.
He's doing a lot for Nigerian music. You see him, you know, he's done something with Meek Mill, done something with Nicki Minaj. You start to look back and you're like, oh man, really, Davido too, know they play, you know. So Nigerian music is really doing very well. Mainstream American culture is accepting Nigerian music. Wizkid is on tour and his tour is sold out, and not only that, it's now even being played on radio. That's the biggest.
That's big.
Doing well on the charts, you know, the Billboard chart, all of that, Hot 100. You know, singles chart, everything is just doing very well. So shout out to all these guys putting the green white green out there, and also allowing the younger artists to come through and cash in on what they've done. Look at what Thames has achieved, you know, being featured on Drake's album. Man, it's a big deal.
And so, on that note, welcome to After Rapture.
Like, I don't get it. Is that a movie? Is that still of a movie that's coming out?
It's a movie. The movie that
starring
this season we have not just started watching.
Is it a movie or a series?
It's a series. It's a series.
So season 12 or what are we in now?
Okay, season 4. By season 4.
So this movie, this series, who's the protagonist? Who's the antagonist?
There's only one person.
Who are the antagonists?
It's only one. No, okay, there is. I don't even know if it's antagonist, because between antagonists and protagonists, like they used to change.
But can I ask you a question?
That
who is sponsoring this your analysis? Who is underwriting this your program? Who is?
It's a Mister.
Who is what?
Mister. This person speaks beautiful English. Mister.
Okay. Who is bankrolling you?
Who's bankrolling you? Who's bankrolling this story? Mister Femi Coyote.
Yeah. Is that
the one? Yeah. The one and am I clapping for him?
Is it real clap that we are clapping?
The one and only FFK. You know, there are not two FFKs in Nigeria. One and only. Another one is a counterfeit. You get it? So for people that do not know,
King of Boys,
Abi. So for people that do not know,
how many people do you know? Sorry, Mumbe. How many people do you know that they do defection ceremony for? Over to you again.
This person has defected so much.
Rapture has happened.
According to him, rapture has happened. Now let me break it down for you.
Jesus has come.
Jesus must have come.
Have you seen him?
Because A few years ago, this person we all knew, I think, started his political journey at the PDP. Yeah. Earlier than that, but at least in recent times. Yeah. Please, if I'm wrong, please.
Carry on. You're not wrong. It was
So,
a minister in the PDP.
It was a minister in the PDP.
Aviation.
Then something led to another. Then he moved with his principals, with a few of his principals, to the APC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, they more or less started it together, going back on, in a way.
Then there was some ruckus and some
Ocus pocus.
hocus pocus and all that and all that. Then he moves to the PDP again. Then comes out with an interview just a few years ago, about 6 years ago, that nothing in the world over his dead body and until Jesus comes. I'm actually don't think that this is what's it called? I'm paraphrasing. I'm not.
They're not exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. Until Jesus returns, this is his word. Until Jesus returns, he's not going to go back to the APC. For people that do not know, I'm here to inform you that as of today, Mr. Femi Fani-Kayode is a member of the APC.
Which means that Jesus has come.
Which means that Jesus must have come and we all did not get raptured.
Simple now. Because
Over to you.
It has to be that Jesus has come because you all saw the video. A lot of people have seen the video. I even shared it on my social media. And a lot of people have been sharing it since yesterday. And there are several videos to that effect. You know, you take a look at this thing and you pity their supporters. You pity the people. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I would. I do pity them. Because there you are. You know, the guy comes on Twitter and he writes one episode cursing out the president or one politician in another party, and everybody's jumping on it and they're happy and they're all of that. Is this not the same guy who was saying something about how Nnamdi Kanu is his brother and how he supports this cause and that cause? This is the same guy who said that this president is corrupt. There's a video to that effect.
Yeah.
It's out there. I didn't make the video. This is the same guy who was the media person for President Goodluck Jonathan's campaign in 2015. And of course, he came out guns blazing, and he's been at loggerheads with this government for the past.
So I have a
6 or
problem.
7.
I have an issue with. I don't know if it is politicians generally or is a Nigerian thing. Do we actually seem to forget the things that we say, or we have selective amnesia that we seem to remember what we want to remember and forget what we want to forget?
I actually don't think that it has anything to do with selective amnesia. I think it has everything to do with the fact that the politicians, not all of them, but the ones who fall into Femi Fani-Kayode's category, are people who are driven solely by their own self-preservation. They are driven solely by what they stand to gain and achieve for themselves. Of course, when I say themselves, them and their family, immediate family at least. But they come out like they're speaking for the country. They come out like they're fighting for you. It's because they are not in government. We keep saying it. It's because they are not in government.
That's why it suddenly become.
And they would use, at times, some of their critiques or criticisms are actually on point. Because
but it's the motive behind it.
The government of the day is not perfect. But the motive is the problem. But they do it because they are driving towards something. At some point, 2 elections have been run without Femi Fani-Kayode in the APC anyway. And at those 2 elections, he opposed them.
So
openly.
Really?
And
what's he bringing to the table?
No, I don't know. They know what they see in him.
Yeah.
For him to be
but
received,
also
for him to be received
the
by
truth
the
is
president
that
of
according
Nigeria,
to the law, there's really nothing anybody
No,
can
you
do
can't
about
stop
it.
people
You
from
can't
joining your
actually stop
party.
people from joining.
No, you
That's
can't.
the sad part, and I think that is something that it's not a Nigerian thing.
You know,
I
you
think
know,
that
you
it
know
is.
who
It's
captured
a
it?
global thing,
You
though.
know who captured it the best for me?
Yeah.
Was Babatunde Raji Fashola. He said that you cannot stop people from joining your party,
Mm-hmm.
but you just ensure that you don't hand them the collection
Bowl.
purse or the bowl. You get, it's like church. It's difficult for you, or even
To
a mosque,
stop
to say,
people
"Oh,
from
you can't
coming
come
in."
and pray here." It's very difficult. You're supposed, there's freedom of association and there's
Yeah.
freedom to worship or pray or whatever. It's supposed to be allowed, So they can't stop him. They can't stop anybody. But it's about him. And when you knew, because I think we always know who we are.
Yeah.
You know the kind of person you are. You didn't have to make such damning
Bold
statements.
statements. You know that your
Jesus
mind
comes
can.
and never. There's a video. There's a serving minister in Buhari's government, Akpabio. At a campaign rally in 2015, he took this current president, to use him to wipe the floor. Basically, finished him, called the party Angry People's Congress and all sorts of names. He's a carry member of the same party today. He's a serving minister in the same government.
I think what really happens is that I think that it's time that we really need to be careful.
No,
what
they
we
are the
constantly
ones.
say.
They are the ones that need to be careful with the lies
With
and
the-
the statements that they
They
make.
make.
Look,
It's obvious that you can't hold these people by their word.
cross
That's what it
carpeting is not
A crime.
a new thing. It's not a crime. But you see, it becomes very, very melodramatic and becomes very sensational.
When you're back and
When
forth,
you have
Oh.
back and forth is okay. No. Abubakar Atiku has been back and forth. It's been in every major party in Nigeria.
okay.
There's no party that you want to mention that he has not been. The defunct ACN, he was member. He's a member of PDP, member of APC, back to PDP. It's not about back and forth. It's about the
kind of things that
sensationalism.
you
It's about the
say
things you say. Okay, there's a former minister that is in the news now. Same minister that said no man born of woman can stop him from returning as a minister.
Huh. Apparently, Buhari could stop him.
Now they stopped him. He's now saying that same government is bad and blah blah blah. Okay, you did see it when you were working for them for 3 years plus.
Where you literally.
And you were flexing as minister
don't even let me go there.
of whatever you
Don't even let me
were,
go
collecting this and that and then whatever.
It was-
Bottom
it-
line is that we don't trust you. We don't trust the people you are talking
People-
to. And we don't even trust the people coming after you. Nigerian politicians, majorly, politicians across the world are the same. They're all the same. They all make promises that they don't live up to and everything. If you pick 100 politicians, maybe there's only two. How do I do two that you can trust? 2 out of 100, or maybe 1 self. It's the truth.
Okay. And but still talking about him, yeah. And since yesterday, he's gotten a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
And before we even deal with all his backlash, another news popped up yesterday where another very popular politician has now officially joined the People's Democratic Party. He moved from the People's Redemption Party to the PDP also.
Oh, PDP
yesterday.
gained a top politician.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Hallelujah, glory, glory.
Senator. Why do they even use senator? They know. They say one senator.
Once a senator,
Former
always a senator.
senator. Let's be honest.
Senator, please, senator.
Former senator.
Senator Shehu Sani.
Okay.
They have names for that guy on Twitter. You would laugh. I'm not going to mention those names. There.
So, anyway, Shehu Sani is back in the PDP.
Yay!
It's coming from the APC, yeah?
No. PRP.
No, from the APC, then he moved to PRP, yeah? Then he's in the PDP. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Before APC, do you know where he was?
Only God knows. So let's move back to Mr. Fani Kayode. Now, he made a few statements. He's come up to say that the reason why he moved back was that the APC of then is not the APC of now. So that's why he moved back, and that he facilitated about 3 governors, PDP governors, moving to the APC. Now, there's also been a lot of backlash for that statement. Number one person, one of these governors have come out to say, specifically Governor Umahi of Ebonyi State, has come out to say that it's an insult for him to say that he brought him to the APC. He had no idea and no literally saying that he had no connections with Femi Fani-Kayode. Femi Fani-Kayode already also made a statement that some governors were actually coming to the APC, and one of them is Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi. Now, people have also come out to say that that's not true.
So on the first day of resuming his position as the as a member, I will not say as a member of the APC, the fact checking has commenced, and a lot of the statements Mr. Fani-Kayode made are false, totally untrue. And you see, and that's the problem. But maybe let's wait for him to respond.
Governor Humai is not having it nicely at all.
He's been in all the days.
He's not having it nicely at all.
The media is having a field day.
Yeah, it's not.
Governor Humai is saying, look.
And you know, when I heard this news yesterday, I'm like, are we really giving this person? I personally, in my mind, I'm like, does this person have that much clout?
You never can tell with politicians.
It's very possible.
Remember when he went on tour of Nigeria and everything? You never can tell. Please, I'm going to just take a pause from politics to ask you a question. Yes, I'm sure you didn't see this one coming. So, where will you be on the 1st of October?
What day is it? Most likely be at work.
What's today?
Most likely be at work.
Today is September the 16th.
Most likely would be at work.
That's your answer, right? Final answer.
It's on a Friday. I work.
2 weeks from now.
I work.
All right. So, but have you heard about Omar Baba, the comedian? You know him, right?
Yeah.
You know Gandoki.
Yeah.
You know Clint the Drunk. Do you know Princess?
Oh yeah.
Like Bashos Bosse?
Okay, why are we doing this?
Casey Brown, Dr. Smile, Woli Arole, the Prophet, Remote.
Where are we going with this?
You know, Peteru, Koye, Damola, Onitong, Short Family. What a name, Short Family. And Baba Laria, General Olak, Bayu Babi is a sick guy. You know the guy that makes those skits? Shit. I can't say what he says. You know, Benny Lee and DJ MJ and many more. Nice, Ricardo Banks and Ere Alasa Latu, Yomi Fashlanso, Mr. Latin and Shotaya Gaga. All of them will be in one place at Abeokuta on the 1st of October. It is the invasion. I'm talking about Loud in Abeokuta, Benga Denika and friends.
Wow.
They're going to be there. So if you're in Lagos and you want to find your way down, you can get on the train. You know the
that's true.
Get to then the OPL. That's where it's happening. That's the Basanjo Library Marquee. That's where this is going down on the 1st of October. You can go chill out in Abeokuta. Abeokuta is very serene and peaceful and clean. Take my word for it. And clean. I hope they've not messed it up from the last time I went to, you know. And of course, you could get in for 3,000 to 10,000 naira VIP, 3,000 regular. And if you like, you know, the big boy life, you don't want to be in a crowded place. Because of COVID, you want to stay in platinum. You can get 500k for a table, gold table for 300k, and the silver table for 200k. And you can get your tickets at aria.com for Loud in Abeokuta on the 1st of October. Benga Denka and friends.
And friends, with something that we've
one of our guys is going to be on
definitely be there. Something that we've done a few times. It's always amazing. It's always
like
amazing. It's packed. It's honestly, I think that we need to lose some steam.
Yeah, after all this cross carpeting,
we need to lose some steam.
With all of us missing the rapture and all, you know.
You never know. Before we go back to the gist, there's an update that come out. We knew we were talking about CBN and about KFX and all that. Now, the governor of CBN, Godwin Emefiele, has said that they're going to be shutting down the operations of the website Aboki FX. Now, you were talking about how it's geo-blocking and all that.
VPN, yeah.
Now, what they're saying is that the CBN does not recognize any forex market window besides the investors and the exporters window.
Okay.
And that they're saying that the reason why they can shut it down is because the information on it is Nigerian.
Okay.
Information.
Okay.
So it looks like they actually.
No, I didn't say they couldn't shut it down. It's just when it comes to IT and internet.
No, that's what I'm saying. That
it's-
that's what I'm trying to say. Like I saw this now that it's not just about the
The
geo
only-
blocking. That the information on it is Nigerian.
I know, but the only way they can achieve that is if the ISPs and co actually do what they did to Twitter. You get?
I get what you're saying. I'm saying from a bit that I read, or more like what I understand by what they're saying is that we're not saying that your website shouldn't work. You just cannot put Nigerian information on it.
I am not arguing with that. The man is not domiciled in Nigeria. His company is based in the UK. Everything is done online. His servers are probably in the UK. You get what I'm saying? So, for you to shut him down, you're going to have to go to the UK. You have to go to court. You have to prove to the British court that this person is violating your own laws in Nigeria. Thank God that he's not an invisible person. I'm saying that with technology, it is not as easy.
Easy, yeah.
But what you can do, that you have powers within the confines of your government, government has powers to do, is to, send an injunction or an instruction to the internet service providers, which will prevent anybody within the Nigerian space from accessing that website. That's all you can do. And they can bypass it with technology. And when they do that, then it's on them. You get. And you can't stop the person in Benin Republic from
browsing and checking
a website. You can't stop the person in the UK from doing it. You get. So I'm just saying that if they're going to do it, it has to be an all-out move. Like, you need to go to where he is also and do something legal to say, we are the Nigerian government and this person is sabotaging us by doing this and that. Then the British government would have to take a look at what you're saying and agree, because remember their laws and ours are completely different. That's what I'm saying. I'm being real and practical with this.
Yeah.
I'm practical with this.
Okay. So before we go, we know that like what we said back, Mr.